All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'll go ahead and call this meeting of the Youth Commissioners meeting to order and follow up with a roll call. So Commissioner Evans.
Here.
Commissioner Sharama.
Here.
Commissioner Varma.
Here.
And Commissioner Jacob.
Here.
And as of now, we have Commissioner Costello absent, Commissioner Seidler absent, and Commissioner Guy absent. All right. Next item on our agenda is, sorry, let me take a look at this, is a presentation. So today we have a guest from West Valley Clean Water Authorities here to share about a project. So her name is Sheila. Hi, Sheila.
Hi, everyone. I look like
go ahead and let you go ahead and share, and let me know if you need to, go ahead and share your screen if there's anything you would like to the group.
Hold on just a sec. All right, can everyone see my presentation?
Yep, it's on the screen.
And let me hide that. All right, well, thank you all for having me here. I do see a few familiar faces, so I hope I don't bore you in my presentation again today about stormwater pollution prevention, but I am the Executive Director of the West Valley Clean Water Program Authority, and that is a JPA. We're going to talk a little bit about that and who I work with. I'm here today to tell you about a grant opportunity. Feeling fortunate to be maybe on the ground floor as you think about your work plan in the coming year and potentially partnering with us on a water pollution prevention project. Again, we'll talk a little bit about the authority, a little bit about what stormwater pollution is. I have a short video that I hope works for you tonight. And then we'll talk a little bit about our grant and again, how we might be able to support you if you want to proceed with any kind of a project. So the Joint Powers Authority is really a collaborative stormwater program. It's a separate legal entity from the city of Monte Sereno, but all four West Valley communities, Campbell, Los Gatos, Monte Sereno, and Saratoga, all fund the authority as well as like your solid waste JPA. We are led by a board of directors, and council member Makachuk is on our board. He's actually our chair. And so our board makes the day-to-day decisions about our budget, where our funds are spent. And we are located over here in the city of Campbell at the community center. So I don't know how much knowledge we have about stormwater pollution, but I just want to briefly talk about what stormwater pollution is and what we work on. We again work on a wide variety of programs to help prevent pollution from entering our local waterways through the storm drain system. And in the West Valley, the storm drain system is separate than the sanitary sewer. Anything that goes into the storm drain that's not rain goes right into our waterways, unlike the other drains in your home, your sink and your bathrooms and your shower that will go to a wastewater treatment plant and gets treated before it's discharged into the bay. But common pollutants that we see in our waterways that are conveyed through storm drains are things like pollutants from vehicles, auto fluids, exhaust, brake pads, leaking vehicles. We also see sediment and dirt from construction projects, either large construction projects or even residential home projects where they're not keeping tidy and allowing the dirt to run off into the streets. We see downright illegal dumping. People just dump things that flow into our creeks, pesticides and fertilizers that run off lawns from either improper application or just watering after applying. We also see things like cleaning products and detergents, typically from surface washing, hosing down instead of sweeping, washing your car on your driveway, things like that. Pet waste is also a pollutant in our local waterways, as well as trash and litter that just flows, directly into the streets and onto local waterways. And we have a variety of very specific historical pollutants that were used back many years ago that we still find in our local waterways, like mercury, PCBs, and copper. So that tells you just a little bit about stormwater pollution. We have a video that we actually partnered with a student a couple of years ago that created this on our behalf. So please tell me, Gloisier, Michelle, if this is working or if you don't have audio.
You live in a watershed.
Everything's
A watershed is a land area that drains to a common water body. Our local creeks, lakes, and wetlands are all part of a watershed. In the Santa Clara Valley, all the water from rain and irrigation, which flows over hard surfaces such as streets and sidewalks, drains into storm drains. The storm drains then lead to creeks and other waterways that flow to San Francisco Bay and onto the Pacific Ocean. Water entering storm drains is called urban runoff or stormwater. With approximately 2 million people living in Santa Clara County, our day-to-day activities can significantly impact the health of local watersheds. Stormwater entering storm drains travels through underground pipes directly into a local creek and the bay, often carrying pollutants with it. Many people mistakenly believe that stormwater entering storm drains flows to the sewage treatment plant. Water that goes down your sink, toilet, and the drains inside your house goes to the sewage treatment plant before being discharged to the bay. Since stormwater is untreated and unfiltered, pollution can quickly impact the health of local waterways. Stormwater pollutants come from our everyday activities, like applying pesticides, leaking auto fluids, car washing, and vehicle exhaust from driving, leaves, lawn clippings, and dirt from home and landscape improvement projects, litter, microplastics, and disposal of single-use products. Healthy watersheds help provide clean drinking water, healthy habitats for fish and wildlife, and enjoyable outdoor recreation, all supporting our quality of life. Protect our watershed and our natural resources for the health and welfare of all living things. Remember, only rain in the storm drain.
And if you'd like to get some more information about us, cleancreeks.org, we do have a pretty great website.
You live.
Oops. Okay. So just a little bit about the grant. Again, it was awarded to us from the Santa Clara Valley Water District. And really, the grants are intended to help support projects, local projects that would either educate the community, businesses, or encourage behavior change. And what we are here to do is to potentially help you in identifying and maybe developing a project over the coming year. We, I think bring a lot of subject matter expertise in different areas that I think I hope you would find beneficial. And then we also have some funding for reimbursable expenses. I just want to call out, I don't know how much you guys traverse the trails here, but this is one of our signs from Valley Water. This was a different grant, but we have a series of 10 signs running through Campbell and Los Gatos that were all grant funded and that we implemented here at the West Valley Clean Water Program Authority. So we've already completed 2 projects. Our goal was really to try to work with the youth commissions in each city to do a project over the term of the grant period, which is another year. But this past year, we worked with Campbell Youth Commission, and they commissioned an art contest among youth. They actually had these are the 2 awards. One was a photo and one was a drawing that were the 2 first place winners. And we helped fund, we were on the review panel, and then we also and kind of helped shape the contest along with them, as well as provided funding for the awards. And then you may be familiar, but the town of Los Gatos, their youth commission brought forward a food service ware ban or ordinance, I'm sorry, this past year. And we helped advise the commission in that work. And also are continuing to work. That ordinance goes into effect January of 2023. And so they're gearing up to do business outreach. So we have some funding to help support their outreach to the business community about the new regulations going into effect. So with that, we just threw out here some project ideas. We've kind of talked about some of them already. I think that kind of took root, the ordinance, you know, different types of video or social media contests. We also, in a separate grant, did a school site assessment. It was a little bit more comprehensive than I think probably what the commission would have capacity for. But Westmont High School in Campbell, there was a full school assessment, but that's just one idea to think about what kind of trash or other pollutants might be coming from one of your school sites, and looking at you know, implementing a program or doing some kind of education there. We ended up funding not only the assessment, they did a year-long kind of water quality and analysis. They did sampling from their storm drains. They actually did the lab analysis, and we also funded like a sticker that they gave out with their water bottles in their water stations. So that was a fun project. But really anything around education is exceptional. We also host creek cleanups throughout the year. Monte Sereno is fairly fortunate in that your trash load is very low. So there's not a lot of creek cleanup opportunities in Monte Sereno. There are, I think, around the Bay, you know, of course, the Bay Area, Santa Clara County, and in particular, coastal cleanup coming up. We have a big event going on in Campbell, over by the park. So those are just a few ideas, but kind of how we see this working is, if you are interested in doing something with us, maybe you could brainstorm some ideas. We are so happy to kind of participate in helping develop any of those ideas and discussing them. And, you know, I don't want to say we would approve them, but we would want to be a part of like anything that could be grant funded, because there are some parameters from Valley Water around what we can and cannot fund. But you've seen a few examples, and then of course kind of implementing the project, and then also just concluding it maybe in some kind of a presentation either to your council or to our board of directors, you know, sometime at the end of the work. So that's really it. So I'm happy to take any questions, comments, or leave you to discuss.
Sorry, quick question. Did you talk about a deadline?
You know what? This is a 3-year grant. We are on year 2. So we kind of we actually probably on year 2.5. Okay, because we were kind of delayed because of COVID and there wasn't a lot of activity going on. So definitely over the course of this next year, where the Youth Commission, I think, is doing their work. And then maybe into the following year too, but it would have to be, I think, a project early on or well, actually it'd be late in the calendar year, right?
Do any of our commissioners have any questions for Sheila? Thank you so much for all that information. Oh, do I have someone that raised their hand? Oh, Councilmember Lawler, how are you?
Good, thank you. Sorry I'm late. Thank you for the presentation. I think that's really exciting, an opportunity for these great youth commissioners to do something. And I'd be interested to see if Dave's Avenue School has done any study. I think that would be a great opportunity and educational for everyone. So I hope this is great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I will just throw out there, so Dave's Avenue Elementary, is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
I think that they, one of the things that we talked about with the school district last year was implementing some kind of a demonstration project because they've done like solar and some other neat things over there this past year. I think, I'm not quite sure if that school site's the one that did some outdoor classrooms, but there's really fun things that you can do to demonstrate through landscaping, native plants, pervious pavement, kind of fun things to integrate through science or art. So if something like that would take root, we would be more than excited about working on that.
Great, thank you. Yeah, because I know that Dave's Avenue does have, there's like a area behind where the kindergarten classrooms are that looks like it's perfect for gardening.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that out to have that kind of classroom. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You bet. Okay, well, if there's no other questions, once you guys kind of take a look at your work plan, if you'd like to reach out, we'd be happy to meet with the commissioner again or a subgroup of commissioners to talk about maybe some of the project ideas that you might have. And with that, I will close, but I do want to thank you all. My background is in political science and public administration, and I think it's just so great to see our youth engaged in public policy work and really being a part of the process of really some important decisions that help shape your communities. So thank you for your service, you all.
Thank you so much, Sheila, again, and we'll stay in touch. I think this is definitely a topic that our commissioners are going to want to have a discussion on, and also maybe we'll have to bring it up again for those that weren't able to join us today, but we'll stay in communication. Okay.
And I'll share the presentation maybe too. I don't think I sent that over.
No.
So maybe you could share that with your commission too, or put it with the minutes or something.
Perfect. I could do that. I can share it with them. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Thanks, you all. Have a good meeting.
Thank you. All right. So let's go on to the next part of our presentation. All right. So for new business, we have to, okay, so since we're still, doing Zoom meetings, we have to, I guess we have to discuss the authorizing meeting via teleconferencing still. Let me take a quick look at this.
Yes, we
Go ahead.
due to Government Code Section 54953 E, the Youth Commission will need to reaffirm the findings that we are still in a pandemic and still following the governor's emergency orders, and that we are holding our Youth Commission via Zoom and not in person, and by minute order, just by motion by commissioner in a second and a vote, reaffirm the findings that we are still in a pandemic and will still be holding meetings via teleconference.
So with the commissioners that we have present, they have to vote on that?
Correct.
Okay. So if I can have someone make a motion to pass that, and then a second?
So the motion would be to reaffirm the findings of the governor's emergency order, and that we will be continuing our teleconference meetings of the Youth Commission for the next 30 days.
I motion to approve that.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Okay, motion passes. Or let me take roll. Commissioner Evans?
Yes.
Commissioner Sharama?
Yes.
Commissioner Varma?
Yes.
And Commissioner Jacob?
Yes.
A motion passes with 4, and we have 3 absent. Okay, thank you. So the next item on our agenda is the introduction of the Monte Sereno Youth Commission members and selection of the Monte Sereno Youth Commissioners Chair, Vice Chair, and Secretary. So seeing that we only have 4 of you guys here today, I think it's a great opportunity for you guys to step into these roles. So I don't know if you guys want to have a discussion over, I know that Commissioner Evans actually was the secretary. He did great. Thank you so much for doing last year's minutes. He did a great job. So I'm not sure if you're interested in wanting to, do that again, or if you want to try a different position. But I'll let you guys kind of discuss that and kind of decide what you guys, if you guys are interested. First of all, if you guys are interested in those positions, and if in which ones you would be interested in.
All right. So yeah, I would, as you mentioned, I did serve as secretary last year, and I would, if possible, like to serve that role again. I enjoyed it.
Is there anybody else that would be interested in secretary, or would you guys be okay if Commissioner Evans took that role? City Clerk SW, would we need to take a vote for each of the positions, or since we have 4 of the commissioners, and if they were to each be interested in a different position, would we be able to just, could they just?
By consensus?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got consensus by all 4 saying that Commissioner Evans would be the secretary. That should be sufficient.
Perfect. All right. Secretary. Perfect. All right. Anybody else interested in either chair or vice chair?
So I've been in the commission for 2 years, so I kind of know how things work now. So I think I could do commission chair this year, if that's okay with everyone else.
I think I would go for vice chair as well, if that's okay.
What about you, Commissioner Jacob? Did you want to get a vote on any of those, or are you okay with your fellow commissioners taking on those roles?
I'm okay with my fellow commissioners taking on the roles, as this is my first year on the youth commission.
Great. All right. So from what I have, we have Commissioner Varma as chair, and everybody seems to be okay with that. Vice chair, we have Commissioner Sharama, and secretary, we have Commissioner Evans. Is that all correct? Okay, wonderful. All right. So then I think at this point, I want to go ahead. I mean, City Clerk, would it be okay for me to hand it over to our new chair?
Yes, let's first do the introductions, since we haven't, we have 2 new commissioners on, 2 new commissioners. Did we do introductions? Did we miss that part? Did I miss it?
I only did the roll call at the beginning.
Okay.
And right into our presentation, and then right after that we went into no, we haven't really. So
okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and just do a brief introduction of the 4 commissioners, since we have 2 commissioners that are new, and then we can hand it over to Chair Varma. So who wants to start? Matthew, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so I'm Matthew Evans. This is my 2nd year on the commission. Don't really have much to say, but I'm really looking forward to working with everyone this year and hopefully getting a lot of stuff done.
And are you a senior at,
Oh,
or if you could tell us what school you go to and what grade you're in, that'd be great.
Yeah, I am a senior in high school, and I go to Mid-Penn in Menlo Park.
My name is Sahil. I am currently a sophomore. I go to Harker, down the street in Saratoga or San Jose, I don't know, somewhere. And I have been on the commission for this is my 3rd year now, so 2 years, and looking forward to working with everyone here. And yeah, let's get stuff done.
Hi, I'm Yash Sharma. This is my 1st year at the commission. I'm a commission, at the commission, and I'm a freshman at Saratoga High, and I'm pretty excited to see what we can do.
Hi, my name is Johan Jacob, and I'm a freshman at Los Gatos High School. This is my first year on the Youth Commission for Monte Sereno, and I'm really excited to see what I can provide to the Youth Commission and to the city.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for, coming today and being part of this. So I do appreciate that. So should we go ahead then now have Chair Varma go ahead and take the lead on the agenda? Do you have the
Okay.
agenda?
Yeah, I have. Okay, so I guess the next thing is to approve the minutes from 3 months ago, May 10th, commission meeting. So does anyone have a motion to approve the minutes? And also a second. Or,
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
okay.
I
And then
second.
okay, cool.
Oh, sorry.
So do we have to like take a consensus? Okay. So yes from me. Matthew,
So actually, Gloisy, Deputy City Clerk, you'll need to do a roll call vote since
Okay.
we're all not in the same.
Yes. Okay. So Commissioner Varma,
yes.
Commissioner Evans,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharma,
Yes.
and Commissioner Jacob.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes.
Okay, so the next thing is to approve the 22-23 Youth Commission meeting calendar and the commission activities. Does anyone know where that is?
So let me share my screen. If I can
Okay.
share, so you guys can take a quick look at the calendar that's attached to the report. Let me see. Give me 1 minute here. Okay. All right. Do you guys see that? So this is a Youth Commission meetings. So I have a quick question, you guys. I don't know if this is a good moment to kind of discuss this and have our council member Lawler's input as well in this, but does December work for everybody? I know that, everybody's in the middle of midterms, and last year we didn't have many people show up. I think it was even canceled. We weren't able to proceed. Is that something we should discuss, or do you guys want us to keep that? Or how do you feel, for those of you that have, already went through this already? Can we get some opinions on this?
I think if I'm not mistaken, at least for me, that week is my finals week. So I probably won't be able to attend that one.
Yeah, I was going to say similarly, that's a meeting I probably will not be available for.
Okay. So, City Clerk Estabillo, I have a quick question. Is there a certain number of meetings that they have to attend in total?
No,
Or-
our municipal code doesn't state how many meetings they have to have a year. They could cancel that meeting or postpone it or have it at an earlier date. It's really up to the commission to decide what
Okay.
they'd like to do for the December meeting.
Okay.
I'll put it out to the group to, have a discussion on what options they'd like to consider.
Okay.
Does the commission have a preference on that December 13th meeting? Would you like it canceled? Would you like it moved up to a week prior? What are your thoughts on that?
I think weeks after that would be winter break, so some people might be out of town.
Right.
So I guess that wouldn't work. Moving it up could possibly work, but then that's also like in the middle of studying for finals and school gets pretty busy at that time.
Okay.
So I guess for me personally, I think unless we can move it up to like sometime in November or like late end of November, maybe that could work, but
Then
So
you'd
just
have
a reminder,
2
we
meetings
have-
in November. Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, but then we have Thanksgiving in the end of November. I don't know, how you guys want to handle that. Are they allowed to have more than one meeting a month?
I'd have to check the municipal, but I don't think that'd be an issue. From the sense that I'm getting from at least from Chair Varma is the inclination is to cancel the December 13th meeting, but I'm not getting that from I haven't heard that from the commission directly. So,
And then I'm sorry,
May I
Councilmember
make-
Lawless?
Oh, yes. I actually think that going ahead and canceling it is a good thing. I think, like you said, that this is in the middle of finals and it's very stressful, but I would reserve the opportunity if, in November, they feel they need an extra meeting, they can certainly decide then, if they needed to schedule another one. So it's canceled, but it's not necessarily impossible to hold another meeting if the youth commission deems it's necessary.
correct. They can always schedule a special meeting.
Correct.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So what is the wish of the commission?
I don't know about everyone else, but for me, I think that canceling it temporarily, unless we desperately need an extra meeting to get some important things done.
Okay, so we probably want to make a motion,
Is that your motion, Commissioner Chair Varma?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
I motion.
is
Do
there
we
a
have?
second?
Oh, go ahead, Glazy. Sorry.
No, sorry, it's okay, help me. Do we have a second for this motion?
I second it.
Thank you, Commissioner Jacob. All right. Now, should we go ahead and vote? Or
Let's go ahead and vote on the calendar. Then we can discuss the activities afterwards.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me do roll call here. Commissioner Varma,
Yes.
Commissioner Evans,
Yeah.
Commissioner Jacob,
Yes.
and Commissioner Sharama.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. So let me move on to our next. item here.
So I could take this one, Glazy. So every year, the Youth Commission has activities that they do. These are the 3 activities that have been consistently done the last several years. The commission always hosts a food, book, or coat drive in the winter time that benefits the West Valley Community Services. The Youth Commission also does a social justice award, and that really is artwork or an essay on a nonprofit or some agency that would help, promote social justice of some sort, that the Youth Commissioner awards to an individual or to a particular agency. I know the city manager has put on the Keep Our City Pretty activity, and that's pretty much like a city cleanup, roads, creeks, whatnot. And he also wanted to know if there were any additional activities that the Youth Commission would like to do. I know the last couple of years it's been hard because of the pandemic, and we are hoping to go back to somewhat of a normal, commission schedule in the upcoming year. So we're not so hindered on what we can do. So I just want to put it out there for discussion on if there are any other activities that the Youth Commission would like to work on, perhaps maybe one of the projects that Sheila Tucker was talking about. So I'll just put that out there for your discussion.
So personally for me, one thing I really wanted to do when I joined the Youth Commission was educate more children about technology and the benefits and the use cases and what they can do with technology. And in fact, I run a nonprofit that's focused on educating children about technology. So I was wondering if we could do some sort of event that focused around this theme.
Yeah, I also think that's a great idea. I've also been thinking of similar ideas to have some kind of technology class for young people or older people to, and I think it's really something that the Youth Commission could help, especially for the youth in our city. And I would be willing to also help with this. I have experience in technology, and I think it would be a fun and interesting activity that would be beneficial to the youth of our city.
So
That's great, guys. Yeah, we can definitely add something like that onto the list, and you guys can have further discussion of like when you guys would want to hold something like this and what kind of event or activity you want to do with that. That's great.
And what support you'd need from the city to make it happen. So
Yeah, that sounds good. I also had another idea. So I have started this kind of thing that works with like dog shelters to provide blankets for them. Because every time a dog gets adopted or any like animal gets adopted, they tend to give away the blankets with the pet for their comfort in their new home or whatever. So they are always looking out for like blankets or pillows or anything that they can give the animal shelters. So I've started to work on this a little by myself, but if we could integrate something with an adoption center in the West Valley area or something like that, I would really enjoy that personally.
and I do believe Councilmember Lawler is a representative for the Silicon Valley Animal Control. So I think we have it in right there too, right?
Yes, you do. I love it. This is great. Yes, Silicon Valley Animal Control Authority would certainly appreciate the help.
Perfect. I love that idea. Thanks.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
Oh, and furthermore, I think there's the West Valley project about the water. Is there anything that we could, think of or something to approach that project?
Yeah, if you guys want to, take the next month to kind of just brainstorm and think about, what other projects, you can work with with Valley Water on, we could put it back on the agenda. We could put this, the Youth Commission activities for the upcoming year back on the agenda for further discussion and possibly solidify, what core projects you would like to work on in the upcoming year in the October meeting. So these ideas are great. These are great ideas. Yeah.
So City Clerk Estevio, really quick question. So for the West Valley project, I know Sheila's going to be forwarding me the presentation. Is that something that once I email it to the group, I know that we won't be meeting till next month. Could we, if our fellow commissioners were to want to start brainstorming within the group and start emailing, is that something they are allowed to do?
Unfortunately, they should not be emailing each other on city business. It would be a Brown Act violation. But if they would like to just send you and I an email individually to say like, hey, this is something I want to talk about, we could put that in the agenda as backup material for the group to discuss at the next meeting.
Okay, so then my email to them will just indicate that if they have any ideas to just forward those so that we can further discuss them then at the next.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, thank you for the clarification.
And I have a little tip, just don't hit reply all.
Yes.
That helps.
And BCC everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is great. I'm excited. You guys definitely sound like you guys have great ideas, and I'm really excited for this year with you guys. Anything else you guys want to add? Yeah. So since we're not going to make a motion to approve this, and we'll be bringing it back to the next meeting. Should we move on to the next item then?
Yes, we can move on to the next.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess the next item is to appoint a representative to the Better Streets Commission. So I don't really know anything about that or how that would work, so.
Let me, this is City Clerk Michelle Estabilo again. So historically, our Better Streets Commission is a commission appointed by the City Council that, for lack of better description, discusses how we can make the streets in Monte Sereno a lot more bicycle, pedestrian, just people friendly. And so this commission works closely with city staff on and the county to further its goals on what it needs to do. Historically, the Youth Commission would appoint a member of the commission to sit on the Better Streets to give input from a student's perspective. And we have not had a representative from the Youth Commission in the last, at least I know for the last year, as scheduling of, it just didn't work out for the schedules of the youth commissioners. So we do need to appoint somebody just since it's been vacant for so long. I can send out more information about the Better Streets Commission if you want to read about it and kind of think it over, and we can come back next meeting if that's something that you'd like to, be a part of. And I believe Councilmember Lawler has her hand up, has some.
Thank you. Yes, just a little brief history. So I was one of the first commissioners on the Better Streets Commission. It came about because it was on my street that we had terrible potholes. And so our neighbors got together and lobbied the city back in 2016. And that resulted in the creation of this commission, to which then I was one of the first appointees in 2017. And what we did at the time was worked with the contract city engineer, and we developed a program to repave and bring all of our streets up to excellent condition. So if you've noticed over the past few years, our roads being repaved and gutters being put in, that is a result of the Better Streets Commission. It provides safer roads, better access for walkers and bikers, et cetera. So that's really what it was all about. And having a youth commission on there is great because it not only does it provide you the opportunity to see other commissions at work, you can provide valuable input as to what you think is needed. And I know that last year we had a real difficult time with scheduling. Better Streets Commission only meets once a year, 4 times a year. And so if no one single youth commissioner wants to take on that mantle, I would suggest perhaps entertaining the idea of appointing 4 of you for one person to attend each meeting. So you just rotate on a rotating basis. So maybe more of you get the opportunity to experience a Better Streets Commission meeting, and it would only be 1 meeting for you. So that might be something that with your busy schedules, that might be easier for you guys to handle and absorb. I highly recommend doing it. It's really great because you get to meet other Monte Sereno commissioners and engage. Plus you get to meet the city engineer. It's just a great experience. And so hopefully that provides you some history and a better understanding of what we do.
So I'm fully open to that rotating idea of 4 of us, or however many people want to go can keep rotating. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I also think that would be a good idea, and that would help us get a viewpoint of many people on the youth commission, and also it would help since many people will have busy schedules.
Okay, so what I can do, what I'll propose for the next youth commission meeting is scheduled October 11th, and I believe the next Better Streets Commission is scheduled for October 13th. So it'll be 2 days later. What I'll propose to do is for the October 11th meeting, we will put out the dates of the upcoming Better Streets Commission, and the group can decide, which one they want to attend. And so whoever chooses the October meeting, they can attend that meeting on the 13th. How does that sound? Does that work for everyone? Okay, I'm getting heads,
Yeah.
nod heads. Okay, perfect.
So do they make a motion to,
We'll bring it back, and then at the next meeting is when we'll vote to decide, who's going to take what meeting and attend which Better Streets Commission. So by consensus, that's what we'll do. Perfect.
Ms. Estevito, can I ask you a procedural question?
Sure.
For when the Better Streets Commission agenda goes out, will the youth commissioner's name need to be on that agenda? Because I know it has to go out, what, 72 hours prior?
72 hours. Let me confirm with the city engineer if the commissioner's name needs to be on the agenda.
Okay.
I want to say no, because I don't think the council members' names are on our council agenda. We just need to maybe, I could ask the city engineer to put an agenda item to introduce the youth commission representative. We don't have to put a name or anything. We could just put it generic.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, yeah, because
Okay.
I was gonna say alternatively, the commission could pick someone tonight to attend the October meeting, but
That is an option too. Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
So yeah, that's a great idea, Councilmember Lawler. So yeah, we can wait till October. If you can pick somebody tonight to attend the October 13th meeting, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide.
I can go if you guys want me to. I can go in October.
And Deputy City Clerk, let's go ahead and just do a formal motion on that, just so it's on the record.
okay, so the motion is to appoint Commissioner Verma to attend October 13th Better Streets Commission meeting. And so can I get a second, or it has to be a motion then for that?
Yeah, let's get a motion. That would be the motion. Then let's just add and return to the next youth commission meeting with the rest of the Better Streets Commission schedule for the year. Something to that effect.
Okay. And then can I get, who would like to make that motion then?
I motion to go to the meeting.
Okay. Can we get a second?
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. All right, I'll take votes. Commissioner Varma,
Yes.
Commissioner Sharama,
Yep.
Commissioner Evans,
Yeah.
and Commissioner Jacob.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on then, I guess. Since we have no reports, I guess any comments or anything else that we have from anyone? No comments?
I just want to let you guys know that you guys did a great job today. Thank you for stepping up and, taking control over the meeting, for having your guys' discussions. Again, I'm really excited to be working with you guys and can't wait to get everybody else on board for this year.
Oh, I actually have a question. Are the meetings planning to go in person this year at some point, or is that not happening?
Well, the goal is to go back in person. We're just kind of, waiting on the direction of
That is the $1 million question.
yeah. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on the governor's direction on whether we can or not, but we do anticipate having all our meetings back in person. It's just a
Okay.
matter of when.
Sounds good.
Hey,
Okay.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I guess we're done then.
I just wanted to say really quickly, I'm super excited for this year. I'm really excited for you guys. I think this is going to be a great year. I'm just happy to be able to be a part of it.
And echo everyone's sentiments. You guys are doing awesome. I appreciate the participation. And Chair, I think we are done. We can adjourn if there's no other comments.
Okay. I guess we can all leave now. Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, you guys.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, do I
Yeah.
have to do the minutes for this meeting?
Yes, you do. You're the
Alright, cool.
secretary.
I'll get on that.
Thanks, Matthew. Bye-bye.
Okay.